Hello everybody and welcome to the JPS family. My name's Claire Connor. I'm a Senior Assistant Principal here at Jumeirah Primary School, and I'll be speaking to you today with Kirsten Khan, who is the head of our foundation stage. Now, the purpose of our webinar today is just to prepare you for what's to come. We've got some tips and tricks to support you and to support your little learners. And we're really glad you chose JPS, and we hope it was because you felt our culture of kindness. We really believe in our motto that everyone is welcome, everyone belongs, and everyone succeeds. We want you to understand that we are a family here at JPS, and we want the biggest takeaway for you today is that we have your back. Okay, so here are your first couple of days in a nutshell. You do have a staggered start for FS1. FS2 children will come in for the full school hours from the first day, unless it's needed. Some individual children might need a slightly shorter day, and we can work with parents on that. To get through the school gates, you will need your JPS parent lanyard. It's a yellow lanyard. Teacher ones, staff ones are blue, and you will need to be wearing that to get through the gate in the morning. You can communicate with the class teacher at drop-off and pick-up each day. You can also email directly to the class teacher, and they will get back to you as soon as they can. Please understand it's usually not immediate though, because they are expected to be with the children, teaching the children. Okay, you can also keep in touch with what's going on in school through your Seesaw account, where you will have lots of information about school, and obviously by the end of the first few days you're going to have very exhausted children. For children to have a smooth transition into their new class, we do organise stay and plays or a jump up day where they can get used to their new environment and meet their new class teacher. We also have the first 2 days of term as a stay and play for both FS1 and FS2.
So you should have received your staggered start times, which looks like the example here, but it may be slightly different as we will have 2 groups. This is specific for FS1. In FS2 there will be no staggered start, so it will be in for the full time unless we need to adapt something specifically. You will notice that from week 2 the groups will merge, so they will start to get to know each other, the day will increase. For week 1 they will just need a snack, but from week 2 you can send a snack and a lunch.
Now here are our uniform top tips. If, like me, you want to be organised at the weekend and then not have to think about it throughout the week, please do not go out and buy 5 sets of uniform. You won't need it, because on 2 of the days of the week your children will be wearing their PE kits. Now the PE kits, you buy the t-shirt, it has their house colours on. You will have been told what house they're in by now. We're going to talk about that a little more in the next slide. And also, fun here at JPS often means mess, so the second-hand uniform shop is your friend. Please go there, buy your t-shirts, your shorts and your skirts, or your pinafore dresses. We have the PE kit available in reception for you to try on for sizing, because that's from a different supplier. Our school uniform is from a shop called Threads, and our PE kit is from a shop called Surridge. Shoes should be Velcro unless your child is really competent in tying their own laces. And school bag, please do not send in a case on wheels. They're a health and safety hazard. They trip each other up when they're getting these getting these ready at home time, and they don't actually fit into their cubbies where they store their bags. My advice to you would be to buy the larger school bag, not the small school bag, if you're getting the bag from Threads. The small school bag is too small to hold anything useful, but the big bag will hold their folder and their lunch. I think that's it for top tips. So as I mentioned on the last slide, you will have been informed what house your child is in, and it will be one of the leopards, the falcons, the gazelles or the camels, and each animal has been assigned a colour, and that will correspond to the t-shirt of the PE kit, the sports kit that they wear for PE and on swimming day. This is to create 4 teams across the whole school. This is for when they're later on when they're earning house points and for inter-house competitions. Lunch boxes. So here at JPS we are a no nuts school. That means no products containing nuts or nuts themselves. They need 2 items in their lunch box. They need a fruit snack for snack time and a healthy lunch for lunch time. They need plenty of water to drink throughout the day. Please label any containers or lunch boxes or water bottles very, very clearly. There's lots and lots of children in school. We move around school quite a lot and things get lost easily. Also, make sure that your child is able to open their own lunchbox and feed themselves. Now's the time to practice. Choose the Tupperware that you're going to be sending in and practice with your child. Make sure they're named.
Okay, so our school day starts from 7:20. You have until 7:35 to drop off. After that, we will start our register and our morning routines, and then we will go into provision, which I'll talk about a little bit later. We will have a mid-morning fruit snack around about 9 o'clock and 9:30 for FS2. Lunchtime is usually around 11:30 in FS1 and 12:30 in FS2, and then pickup will be 12:30 in FS1 and 2:30 in FS2.
Swimming. This is something we get lots of questions about. Swimming starts in FS1 and all children are expected to swim. If they're in school, they will be taking part in their swimming lesson and won't be excused without a doctor's note. The class teaching assistants will go with the class to the pool and they stay with them during their swimming lesson. It's really well supervised. They're very small groups and a lifeguard is always by the pool also. Everybody starts off in the small pool until the specialist teachers, that's the swimming teachers, have assessed them and are really confident that they are ready for the next step, the big pool. And we understand that it's really natural to feel anxious about this. So if that is something that you are worried about, please get in touch with your child's class teacher. We have teachers on hand to help the children get changed. Boys and girls get changed separately. Independence is really, really encouraged. So now is the time to practice. You've got a whole summer to practice and perfect those fastening and undoing buttons and zips. Make it part of the routine. Children are really proud of themselves when they manage to change independently.
Okay, so one of the big concerns about children joining big school is toilet training, and we do expect children to be toilet trained. They might be at different points in the toilet training process. We are here to support and we do understand that accidents will happen. Our team of staff will support children, but it will be hands off, so we do expect them to be independent and have practiced cleaning themselves. But of course, if they do need a little bit of extra support, we will guide them. Again, this is a perfect opportunity for you to practice this as much as possible at home. If children need wipes, which can sometimes help the process a little bit easier, you're welcome to send them in their bags. If there is an accident where it is a little bit too difficult to clean, our medical team are also on hand to support with that, and we will be in contact. But the key message is practice, 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 and hopefully the independence will be there ready to start. Here at JPS, we follow the in-the-moment planning philosophy, so our learning is all through play. Our teachers are very skilled at thinking about opportunities to develop children's learning in the moment, but also planning for the gaps in learning, making sure that each child is personally developed alongside the academic learning. We follow the National Curriculum for England and Wales, which is the EYFS, and a huge amount of time and effort goes into planning our environments to make sure they are inviting, that they're open-ended, children can develop their communication skills, and they have the opportunity to lead their learning. We get to know each and every child very well, so we can plan based on their interests and based on their specific needs. Our teachers and TAs are always in the environment with the children. They are looking for those teachable moments, creating new opportunities every day and making sure that the children are inspired and they're interested in their learning. A huge part of our day is our morning routine, so we ask that children arrive on time so they don't miss this crucial part of the day. It's very heavily linked to our math skills, and the children become mastery in maths through this morning routine. Things like the calendars, so we look at the days of the month and what's happening, special events, we add those things on. We look at the days of the week. Children become very confident at talking about which day comes next, what's already been, and our self-registration is using 5 frames, so we become supervisors and the children are able to recognise amounts without counting, problem solve, make those connections to number before they even start to learn number. So everything is very, very carefully planned for, assessed, and it informs our next steps for our personalised learning experiences. So the reason why we choose to learn in this way at JPS is because we know that the research shows that these play experiences are enormously beneficial in children's education. They allow the children to explore their interests, increases their engagement, and they learn things much quicker than they would have to if they were learning without play. So we understand how important this is in order to create those foundations that can be built on further along their school journey. We don't ask the children to be sitting down a lot of the day and learning to read and write. They don't do this from the first day. Very much the first term is about developing them as little people. We look at what we call the prime areas, which is the personal and social emotional skills, the physical development, and their communication skills. Once all of those things are embedded, we will then move the children on. This may not be all at the same time because children do develop at different paces, and we will make sure that it's the right stage for the right age. We will make sure that our attainment and progress is achieved without sacrificing play. We understand how important this is, and by the end of the school journey, we get the best results without sacrificing this crucial time. It is definitely not a race to the end. We understand the importance of creating that connection between home and school, and we will communicate as often as possible. You will see us on the doors in the morning, so you can chat to us then and ask us any questions, providing it's not too busy at that moment. But alongside this, we will also communicate via Seesaw. So this is where you will get updates about what the children are learning and how they are progressing specifically for your child. We will communicate via emails and phone calls if we need to talk to you about anything in particular. And every week you will receive a newsletter which will outline any key events that are coming up, any resources, anything that you need to prepare for. You will be given plenty of notice for that. Each class will have a WhatsApp group for the parents as well, so you can share information and reminders through those WhatsApp groups as well. But we are always on hand, so if you email us, we will get back to you within 24 hours, and hopefully you will be able to chat to us on the door as well for any urgent communication. Over the first few weeks, we will be spending the time settling your children in. So our focus will be getting to know them, making sure that they are happy and that they are settling in beautifully. We will, of course, take photographs and communicate via Seesaw as often as possible, but within those first few weeks, our main priority will be being present with the children. So we are often asked, how can we best support our child to be prepared for this big step in their lives? The key things are independence. So this time over the summer is a fantastic opportunity to prepare your child, giving them lots of opportunities to be independent in terms of feeding themselves, using the toilet independently, as well as practicing cleaning themselves after the toilet. Putting on their socks and shoes is crucial. Within our environments, we spend a lot of time in the sand or the water, and we do ask children to take their shoes and socks off. Sometimes if they find this difficult, it may be a barrier to them wanting to participate in these activities. So the more independent they are and the more confident they are with things like this, the more they will get out of the learning in the environment. Dressing themselves, you've heard about swimming throughout this information. So when they do begin their swimming lessons, we will encourage the children to be changing themselves independently. Again, any opportunity to do this at home will really help to facilitate that when they are in school. And opening their lunch boxes and bags. If you can get the bags and lunch boxes earlier in the summer so that they can have time practicing getting them out of the bags and opening lunch boxes and knowing how to put those things back away, that will really help for their independence when they join. And apart from that, it's just getting them very excited to come and join Big School. As part of the KHDA parent contract, you will receive an SMS that looks like the one on the screen here. It is not a scam. If it's from the KHDA and it looks like this, you please do click on it and complete the information so that you are ready to begin from the first day.
And as promised, here is a final slide with some contact emails that might come in useful over the coming weeks and at the start of next year. Thank you so much for listening. I do hope you found it helpful. Remember, we do have your back. Any problems, please contact us as soon as possible. And welcome to the JPS family.